Hello everyone, and welcome to my Young and Restless official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. According to Wednesday, March 12th, spoilers for The Young and the Restless, Phyllis Summers and Sharon Newman make a mistake, and Summer Newman receives some worrisome news. First, it appears that Chance Chancellor will update Summer on the details he previously provided to Daniel Romalotti Jr. The white, windowless van that was seen in the vicinity of Phyllis's last sighting and Sharon's last sighting should be reported to Summer. Summer will allow Chance to comfort her during Wednesday's YNR episode since she will be certain that something is gravely wrong. Summer will take Chance's support for the time being, but she would prefer to have Kyle as a shoulder to weep on. Phyllis and Sharon will come to the realization that it's time to take control of their own lives at the shuttered mental hospital. Even if they pass all of his tests and demonstrate that his experiment is successful, Sharon and Phyllis will still be afraid that the kidnapper would kill them. The captor maintains that this isn't personal and that his only motivation is to feel good about winning his perverse game. There is definitely cause for concern as this individual doesn't appear to be very interested in returning Phyllis and Sharon to their loved ones. According to YNR spoilers, Sharon and Phyllis will attempt to manage the problem in some way on Wednesday's episode, but it will not work out. Before the week is up, Phyllis and Sharon will be in a panic because they are about to fall into a horrible trap. Jack Abbott will learn something unexpected from Tracy Abbott. This might be related to how deeply Tracy has fallen for Alan Loran. Tracy may acknowledge that she sees herself living out the rest of her days with Alan. Alan may then make hints about a marriage proposal while they are dining with Jack and Diane Jenkins Abbott. Tracy might admit that she's ready after Alan implies that he would ask her to marry him if he thought she would accept. In any event, Tracy's romantic joy seems suspiciously timed, particularly now that Sharon and Phyllis's captor is discussing his experiment. There are indications that Alan might be his psychopathic twin, Martin Loran, and that he might be pulling another prank on him. Is Martin the twin that made it through the fall from the balcony? Has Martin been operating this imprisonment game on the side while assuming the identity of Alan? Keep an eye out for all the drama that is about to intensify because our predictions suggest that Tracy might not have the happy ending she had hoped for. According to previews for The Young and the Restless, Sharon and Phyllis are in for a lot more kidnapping mayhem. Here are spoilers for Tuesday, March 11th, 2025's episode of The Young and the Restless. Fans can anticipate a rescue mission for Sharon Newman in tomorrow's episode. But will Phyllis Summers live or die? Holden Novak meets Claire Grace Newman in the interim. Let's discuss what will happen in the upcoming episode of the CBS soap opera as you continue reading. Newman's summer diversion. Fans can anticipate that Kyle and Claire will have some issues with Summer Newman on Tuesday, March 11th. This time, Summer actually causes problems for the new couple rather than just getting in the way. Kyle's romantic plans for Claire were overheard by Summer. Summer does not want their current level of intimacy to increase. Summer will take advantage of this romantic evening for Claire now that she is aware that Kyle is not yet in love with her. Read more, discover the events of Y and R's most recent episode. The complication of Kyle Abbott. Fans remember the lengthy discussion about Harrison Abbott that Kyle and Diane Jenkins Abbott had. Diane was excited to see Harrison while the improvements were being done. The family was staying at a motel, so Diane volunteered to watch Harrison. Regretfully, it appears that Summer's distraction may prevent Diane and Jack Abbott from watching the kids. Naturally, Summer might also employ a different strategy to keep Claire and Kyle apart. According to tomorrow's spoilers for Claire Grace Newman's encounter on The Young and the Restless, Kyle might be late due to Summer's distraction. Claire gets a big drink and sits down at the bar. It's strange that Holden approaches Claire at that point. Claire appears taken aback, but is it possible that she and Holden may fall in love? Additionally, Holden was told to return to Los Angeles by Damian Kane. Additionally, Holden informed Audra Charles that he was about to board an aircraft. Holden is obviously not at the airport. What then becomes of Claire? Read more, Alan is Aristotle, Tracy's world is broken on The Young and the Restless spoilers. March 11th, 2025, Tuesday. The water Phyllis drank at the deserted mental hospital was tainted. Although Sharon is very certain that she has discovered the remedy, it is equally possible that it will be effective. Phyllis's best option is to accept the bottle Sharon is offering her because she will die anyhow. Naturally, Phyllis will never want to give Sharon credit for saving her life. Thus, this is a rather intriguing conundrum. It's also feasible that Sharon had to somehow rescue Phyllis's life in order for her to be polite. Was the captor planning all of this? What is the plot that you are most excited to see? Post your ideas in the space provided for comments below. Don't forget to keep watching the CBS or Paramount Plus soap opera to see what happens next. Here are the spoilers for the week of March 10, 2025, on The Young and the Restless. Fans may anticipate Alan Loron popping the question to Tracy Abbott next week. Despite being told to return to Los Angeles, Holden Novak expands his horizons. Chance Chancellor receives a scorching lead in the meanwhile. Regretfully, Phyllis Summers and Sharon Newman are already battling for their lives. Let's discuss the upcoming events in the CBS soap opera as you continue reading. Alan Loron suggests. Fans should anticipate seeing more of Alan and Tracy during the week of March 10th. The cute couple's relationship will undergo another change. Tracy talks passionately about her feelings for the psychiatrist while Diane Jenkins Abbott and Jack Abbott listen. Alan then declares that he would ask Tracy to marry him immediately if he had the chance. Later, Tracy tells her brother some startling news. But at the end of the week, Jack needs to tell Diane something. The search of the Chance Chancellor. The enigmatic prisoner brings a troubling message to Sharon and Phyllis. The fact that Phyllis obeys the rules and declines to play the game annoys the kidnapper. Thus, the antagonist has caused Phyllis to get seriously ill. Forgiving Sharon might be the only way Phyllis can obtain the remedy. Those are famous last words, aren't they? Even while the kidnapper is now in control, things might suddenly change. The captor then reverses the situation once more. Sharon and Phyllis will have to battle for their lives by the end of the week. Reluctantly, Nick Newman and Billy Abbott reunite in Genoa City. Chance receives a strong lead shortly after that. Billy and Nick will be informed of this information by the detective. The new relationship of Holden Novak. According to previews on The Young and the Restless, Damian Kane advised Holden to go back to Los Angeles. Holden even told Nate Hastings and Audra Charles about taking a plane. Holden, however, is shown spying on Claire Grace Newman in the weekly teaser footage. Sitting at the bar, Claire remarks to herself that her drink is too powerful. Holden comes over at that point. In relation to Claire, it appears like she is going through a difficult time. Summer Newman is the reason of Claire and Kyle Abbott's separation. Newman, Adam interrogated. Returning to Audra, she hides with Nate. The patriarch begins to doubt some of Adam Newman's choices about Victor Newman. What is the plot that you are most excited to see? Post your ideas in the space provided for comments below. Don't forget to keep watching the CBS or Paramount Plus soap opera to see what happens next. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Wednesday, March 12th, Summer's shocking discovery, Phyllis and Sharon make a deadly mistake. Wednesday's episode of The Young and the Restless promises jaw-dropping drama, life-threatening danger, and stunning betrayals. Summer Newman is about to receive shocking news that changes everything, while Phyllis Summers and Sharon Newman take matters into their own hands, but could they be walking right into a trap? Summer Newman's alarming news. Summer will be left shaken after Chance Chancellor gives her an update on the investigation into Phyllis's disappearance. A white van with no windows was seen in the area where Phyllis vanished, and then again near Sharon's last known location. The eerie connection is too much to ignore, and Summer will finally realize that the situation is more dire than she ever imagined. As she struggles to process the horrifying implications, Chance will step up to console her. While Summer would rather lean on Kyle, she knows she must rely on Chance in this moment of crisis. Phyllis and Sharon's fate hangs in the balance. Meanwhile, at the abandoned psychiatric facility, Phyllis and Sharon will face a grim reality. Their captor insists that their suffering is part of his twisted experiment, one that may not even have a way out. The revelation will push them to take desperate action, but their attempt to seize control of the situation will only lead them straight into a catastrophic trap. Panic will set in as they realize they may not make it out alive. Tracy Abbott's romantic bombshell. Over in Genoa City, Tracy Abbott drops a surprising revelation on Jack Abbott. She has fallen hard for Alan Moran and envisions a future with him. As Tracy and Alan share dinner with Jack and Diane, Alan teases a potential marriage proposal. However, there's a disturbing mystery brewing. Could Alan actually be his presumed dead twin brother, Martin Moran? If so, Tracy's perfect love story may be a chilling nightmare in disguise. Tuesday, March 11th, Rescue Mission Oregon tragic loss? Tuesday's episode will set the stage for Wednesday's chaos. A rescue mission is launched for Sharon Newman, but will Phyllis survive? While Phyllis fights for her life, Kyle Abbott's romantic evening with Claire Grace Newman is derailed by Summer's interference. Will Summer's manipulations push Kyle and Claire further apart, or create an unexpected new love triangle? Holden Novak's intriguing encounter. Holden Novak is supposed to be heading back to Los Angeles per Damian Kane's orders, but instead, he finds himself in Genoa City, drawn to Claire. Their unexpected encounter at a bar sparks curiosity. Could this be the beginning of a new love connection, or is Holden hiding ulterior motives? The kidnapper's sinister game. At the psychiatric facility, Phyllis drinks poisoned water, and Sharon desperately searches for an antidote. However, the so-called cure might be just as lethal. Their captor enjoys watching them squirm, but could he have a bigger endgame in mind? With their lives on the line, Phyllis and Sharon must make an impossible choice. Thursday and beyond, more chaos ahead. Looking ahead, The Young and the Restless spoilers tease more shocking twists. Alan's proposal to Tracy might not be as romantic as it seems. Chance Chancellor gets a major breakthrough in his investigation, but will he be too late to save Phyllis and Sharon? Meanwhile, Holden's presence in Genoa City raises new questions, and Summer's meddling continues to stir up drama between Kyle and Claire. Don't miss a second of the action. Tune into CBS or stream on Paramount Plus to see what happens next. Summer Newman's world turns upside down. Wednesday's episode of The Young and the Restless will send shockwaves through Genoa City as Summer Newman receives the most chilling news of her life. Chance Chancellor will update her on a disturbing connection between Phyllis Summers and Sharon Newman's disappearances. A mysterious white van with no windows has been spotted in both locations. As Summer processes this unsettling information, she can't help but fear the worst. Has her mother been kidnapped? Is Sharon in danger too? Panic sets in, but Chance is there to offer comfort. Despite preferring Kyle Abbott's support, Summer clings to Chance's reassurance, knowing that her world is on the brink of chaos. Meanwhile, Summer's emotions may lead her to make rash decisions that affect her personal life, especially when it comes to Kyle and Claire Grace Newman. Will her worries push her to sabotage Kyle's budding romance? Phyllis and Sharon's desperate escape plan backfires. Over at the abandoned psychiatric facility, Phyllis and Sharon realize that their time is running out. Their mysterious captor has made it clear that their survival isn't his main concern, he's simply conducting a twisted experiment. Fearing the worst, Phyllis and Sharon make a desperate attempt to take matters into their own hands. However, their plan goes horribly wrong, leading them straight into an even deadlier trap. Will they make it out alive, or is this the end for one of them? Tracy's love story takes a sinister turn. In a shocking twist, Tracy Abbott makes a heartfelt confession to Jack Abbott. She sees a future with Alan Moran. However, as Alan hints at a marriage proposal, troubling signs emerge. Could Alan actually be his sinister twin, Martin Moran, back from the dead and using his psychological tricks once again? With Sharon and Phyllis fighting for their lives, could their kidnapper be someone much closer to home than anyone realizes? The timing of Tracy's happiness is suspicious, and viewers can't ignore the eerie possibility that Alan isn't who he claims to be. Tuesday, March 11th, 2025, what led to this moment? Before we dive into Wednesday's jaw-dropping developments, let's recap what happened on Tuesday's YNR episode. Summer's sneaky scheme. Summer Newman overheard Kyle's romantic plans for Claire and took drastic steps to interfere. Will her meddling cause irreparable damage? Phyllis's fate hangs in the balance. Poisoned water nearly kills Phyllis. While Sharon desperately searches for an antidote, the captor's cruel game takes a new turn. Holden Novak's surprise move, ordered to return to Los Angeles, Holden does the opposite and sets his sights on Claire. But why? What's next? Will Phyllis and Sharon survive the terrifying trap they walked into? Will Alan's true identity be exposed before Tracy falls too deep? Will Summer's interference backfire and push Kyle closer to Claire? Stay tuned to The Young and the Restless on CBS or Paramount Plus for all the drama. Let us know which storyline you're most excited about in the comments below.